Hey everybody, Brandon here from HOF Hockey, joined with Dan, who's the product development manager for Sherwood Hockey. And we're here to talk about the Sherwood's 3 glove lines and the differences between each one. So Dan, before we get started, how would you describe the fit profile between each family and maybe the style of player it's designed for?
So you're wearing Encrypt Pro, I've got Encrypt 1 on. This is our tapered fit. So if you picture, inverted triangle, or you picture a funnel, if you will, that's the fit profile of what the Encrypt family or the Code family of gloves operates at. So nice and snug through the fingers and thumb, and then it opens up to allow your wrist to move freely and for you to manipulate it quite easily. So that's that tapered fit. If you look at the Rekker family, that's our anatomical fit. And the Legend Pro, which we've had so much success with, the Legend family of gloves, you'll notice that those gloves have the adjustable CIP cuff. The cuff moves with the player. So those gloves move with the player throughout, and you've always got protection in contact with your wrist and lower forearm. So that's a more, that anatomical fit, perhaps suited for a player who works a little bit more tight space, a little bit more in traffic, could take a slash, or stick damage in that area. So a little bit tighter, less room, whereas the Code player is that playmaker, perhaps creates a little bit more space and still has that freedom to manipulate. We also have another family, as you're well aware of, our Hall of Fame, that 4-roll traditional, a little bit more boxy, a little bit more straight. That's again, still all of the protection elements that you would expect, but a little bit more square of a fit, if you will. So while you've got tapered from the Code family, that anatomical moves with you in the Rekker family, and then that straight up and down square 4-roll in the Hall of Fame.
3 perfect options to help the player find a fit that's going to work best for their game.
Absolutely. Depending on where you like to do your work, if you will, we've got something for everybody. But again, ultimately it comes down to what you're comfortable with and what that fit is.
Now, regardless of the fit profile, each family has incredible protection and performance. So, we have some shot block protection in the lines. So could you dive into the Legend Pro, the Encrypt Pro, and the HOF? And
so the interesting part is that the E-Lite family and the various levels of E-Lite protection live throughout all of our glove lines. So that basically just speaks to the types of laminates that we're using in the different foams throughout. So the things to remember really is that deflection, then dispersion, then comfort. And at the Pro level, we've incorporated a shot blocker, if you will, a built-in shot blocker in our E-Lite Pro Plus Shield. And that you'll see in your Encrypt Pro. So that is basically that compressed foam over top that creates that ultra lightweight shot blocker over top. And then we've got our triple laminates below it. When you move to the next level, we've just removed that shot blocker, but again, you still have that deflection, dispersion, and comfort levels within the laminates. In Encrypt, we've gone to the E-Lite Pro Shield. If you look at Legend, that we were using Viconic, an additive, if you will, underneath or laminated inside the comfort layer of the glove. And that was giving a third-party technology as far as dispersion, if you will. In the Hall of Fame series, in the new 9950 that you'll see, we've gone to a version of the Shield as well on that backhand. So we're going away from Viconic for the Encrypt family, but having the new E-Lite Pro Plus Shield on it will really elevate that level of protection.
Perfect. And throughout the gloves too, you have a game ready feel right out of the box. Every glove is ready to stick handle and shoot. What do you guys do in order to achieve that?
In order to do this, you have to have 3 things. One, obviously your palms have to be the right material. Having a palm material, we've partnered obviously with AX Suede in our top end gloves, and that palm gives us the best combination of both moisture management and abrasion resistance, and it's also very soft right to the touch. Then you add the flex gussets, our spandex flex gussets that you'll see throughout the fingers, and that gives you that easy closure right off the bat. And ultimately the design, having our gloves cut anatomically to fit the proper closure of a hand, and studying the finger angles to get the proper fit are key. So we spend a lot of time in the design and development of our gloves to making sure that we're getting the proper curvature, use the proper materials, both in the gussets and in the palm, gives you that game ready feel.
And last but not least is odor control. Gloves are one of the first pieces of equipment to stink, but you've addressed that issue in each line as well.
Yeah, partnering with Microban, I think, has been really, really important for us. You know, that brand does work in so many different applications: home, household cleaning, medical applications from disinfecting, and putting it in the lining material of our gloves now just elevates the level of protection that we're providing, not so much from the impact and the violent nature of the game of hockey, but really those antimicrobial elements, the various transmission of viruses, all of these things that we're also aware of in this day and age. And by partnering with Microban, it's really given us a great opportunity to prove to the consumer that we're paying attention to all elements.
And Dan, would you be able to name drop a player for each line to help the viewers kind of see the players out there and which line they're using?
Well, so sure. I'll tell you, if you talk Legend Pro as an example, you know, we've had great success with Alex DeBrincat with the Legend family, and Alex is very much that sniper and continues to roll along now that he's in Detroit. So we're obviously very happy that he's wearing our Legend product. You know, in Crypt, a little news flash, you know, when Connor Bedard came into the league, we snuck an Encrypt Pro into his hand in the summer and he jumped on it right away. So if you look closely at the gloves, you'll see that he's actually wearing that Encrypt, and he's been in market with it for the whole season. So we've got a lot of tried, tested opportunity, but if you want a playmaker, you want a guy who actually can play all over the ice, pretty good guy to have wearing that glove.
That's a big name. Dan, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you and going through your glove lines this year.
Thanks very much.
And then for you at home, if you're looking to get your hands on any of these incredible models, you can head over to icewarehouse.com.